Right. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
This. So this is what was the name of our podcast now? What are we calling ourselves?
We're calling ourselves
Broke Gaming.
Yep, Broke Gaming.
All right. So yeah, hello. This is Cole. That's Rex, and this is Broke Gaming. A podcast about gaming news and other things. So
today we're just gonna do a special episode on the Game Awards, and we'll just talk about what we think is the game of the year. And let's just, have you watched the Game Awards at all?
Never.
Never.
I've always just went, I don't care. Give me the like highlights afterwards. I'll watch the trailer. I don't need to see the trailer right when it comes out. I don't need to see the special crazy trailers or any new stuff.
I think the biggest draw is the new world premiere trailers, and that's the reason why I watch more than anything.
Yep.
And I usually don't catch it live. I'll be honest. I'll probably watch the recording and fast forward the stuff that is not so fun. But it is.
Yep.
It is basically the biggest Game Awards right now. It's like the Oscars of games. If there is a thing, this is it. And
oh yeah, it's like the Oscars because it's rigged.
I don't know about that. But Jeff Keighley started this like 3-4 years ago, and it's gotten pretty big. And so it is the one that everyone most gamers watch every year. I would say, in terms of views.
Yeah.
And they stream it live. Lots of people watch it all around the world, so it's kind of a big deal, especially if you're into gaming stuff, news and stuff like that. I know that it's controversial because people say there's politics involved and stuff, but
kind of if you look down at some of the nominees, it goes to biggest impact or something like that, and that game's for impact. Yeah. See, it's thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message, and it's there's a little bit of that in there. So
games for impact, huh?
Yeah, I don't. Spiritfarer is the only one. Kentucky Route Zero, I don't know, but Spiritfarer is the only one where I'm that. I heard that was a good game, and it sounds like it might be a good game. Everything else here,
At least they're independent games. I haven't played any of them because I don't play that many indies like you. So.
Yeah, no, I. I mean, yeah, thank you.
So yeah, you know me, I'm Mr. AAA. So.
Yep. That's our roles here. That's our roles here. I play indie games and character action games. That's my thing.
Yeah. Boo. No, just kidding. I like some indie games once in a while for sure, but
yeah, and I'm sure you like some character action games. You got your Devil May Cry or your Bayonetta.
I like Bayonetta. I'm on Devil May Cry.
Yeah, to be fair, the dodge button or the dodge move really helps a lot.
I feel you're too overpowered on Devil May Cry, in my opinion. Usually.
Really? I don't know about that.
I haven't played the recent one though. I heard
that's fair.
5 is really good, so I don't know.
I need to play 5.
Yeah, I heard that one's really good. But the last Devil May Cry, it's been a while, and I got kind of bored in the middle of it. Anyway, Bayonetta I think is way cooler. Anyway, just
I'm sure there's no other reason for
No, I don't.
That.
I think the action's really good. The controls are really good. You feel overpowered. You are overpowered a little bit, but it's still challenging.
Yeah, and then you get to I think it's more about it's not about necessarily having challenge in terms of fighting. It's more it's more about being stylish. Though I will say there are some things that kick your ass.
Yeah. Well,
but anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about each of these games and what we think about it. Doom Eternal. What do you think? Have you played it?
I will say, unfortunately, I haven't gotten a chance to play a lot of these. I don't know. I will say that I think it is definitely. It's definitely Doom is. I played the first Doom, or at least the first new Doom.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really good. I thought the sort of feel of the combat was nice. You know, it kind of evoked a lot of the sort of old school sort of movement style where you moved a lot faster. You could sort of strafe around enemies a lot easier. I like that, but I don't like that they brought in a sort of system where like you shoot a guy, they get staggered, and then you have to run in and hit them. Because I don't know, just it felt like it stopped gameplay too much. You know, like if I have a shotgun, I just want to like shoot them with the shotgun, and then that encounter be over because of that. Like, you know, I want to finish the guy off from a distance, and not have to sort of pay any kind of penalty for that.
Right.
But I'll say that all in all, I did enjoy it. I don't think that game or this game, based on what I've seen, because it doesn't really seem to innovate that much, other than you have a grappling hook now over the original, and I don't know. I don't think it's worth I don't think it's worthy of Game of the Year. I think it's worthy of being a nominee, in my opinion.
So, what do I think it's pretty... I think it looks great. I haven't played the new Dooms, I'll be honest. I played the old Dooms. Lately, I haven't been playing games that are, like, dark. Like
Edgy.
Dark and violent.
No, it's not edgy. Yeah, violent, yeah.
And it looks a lot of fun. I like the soundtracks for both games. So, the music is what is pretty good about both games, in my opinion. But,
yep.
I don't want to go into scary places and fight monsters.
Why? That's like...
Usually.
It's cool. It's cool, though.
Yeah. I'd rather play something where I'm overpowered and it's bright and shiny. Even if I'm not overpowered, I prefer, like, light, like, more colorful environments, I would say.
I'm just thinking it's like you want something that's like, you know, you don't necessarily want something where you're overpowered, but you want something bright and cheerful. And my thoughts are like, oh yeah, I want to be the guy where it's just like, you know, you walk outside and the moon freaking falls from the sky and crushes you.
So, we'll talk about some. Also, like, you know, I also like games. If we're gonna play this type of game, I also like games where there's like NPCs that help you out and stuff. Like, it's not
Stuff
just
you can talk to.
It's just not, yeah, stuff to talk to, or like allies in a sense.
So you want your shooter to have RPG in it?
Oh well, I haven't played. Honestly, I don't play a lot of first-person shooters right now. So in general,
yeah,
and that's why I'm drawn to Cyberpunk 2077, because it's shooter RPG elements, and that's the only game I pre-ordered in the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years. So yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But maybe I'll play it. If
Doom Eternal?
Yeah, you know, I wish they made like a couch co-op version of it, because I'd be down to play that with a friend or something. Dan.
I would too. It kind of reminds me of like the way the movement kind of works. It reminds me a little bit of like, I know this is gonna sound really lame to some people, but it feels a little bit like how I experienced Halo. You know, like your movement's a little bit slower on like running, and your jumping is a little bit higher and kind of more moon-like.
Yeah.
But
I love some Halo. I love Halo.
Yeah, I'll say that I think this would definitely benefit from like some co-op. It wouldn't make any sense plot-wise, but it's also Doom, so you could probably just kind of wave it.
Put something in there, and I don't think people. I don't even know the plot too well, to be honest. All I know is you're like a soldier in like in the hell or something, maybe. I don't know.
You're an extremely devout Catholic that is
that
murdered.
The story? Is that the
sort of. I know that the Doom guy, as they call him, the Doom Marine, is a very devout Catholic who may or may not be very, very, very old, and and is like basically sort of a special kind of human that is specifically designed to just murder demons.
Did Doom Eternal do well in sales?
It looks the same.
I don't know. I know that it and Animal Crossing were pretty were both equally hyped when they were coming out, but I don't know if they were if they had any kind of
yeah, I don't think it was
sales comparison.
I didn't see a lot of Doom news this year. I don't know, compared to some of these other games we were going to talk about, you know.
I mean, Doom, once it's one of those games where it comes out, it is what it is. There was some DLC released later, but it didn't really have any like consistent other things happening to like keep pointing back to it. So once it came out, people played it, and that was it. But let's look at the sales here. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing to kind of point out.
What? Okay.
So Doom Eternal sets a new sales record for the whole series. Oh!
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess it did so well.
Yeah. Alright. I still don't think, personally, that it's amazing enough of a game to earn Game of the Year on that alone. Like, it does definitely feel like it's still kind of the same thing, just better. Which, if that's what people want, that's fine. And I think it's also, for me, just a taste thing. I think for both of us, it's just a taste thing. But I don't know. I don't think it belongs here. I don't think a couple games belong here, actually.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be my game of the year, but it's definitely, I guess it's worth to mention if it sold so well. And it looks like it's a good game, just not my cup of tea. So let's discuss some other games. Let's talk about the next nominee, which is Final Fantasy VII.
You know, I will say that I kind of feel like this game is a little bit of a, you know, it feels like it's a little bit cheating a little bit, because, like, you know, the original Final Fantasy came out in 1997, and I just think that you really shouldn't bring remakes back, you know, for the Game of the Year, because it just doesn't feel like morally right. I don't know. Like, I mean, you look at this game, and it's like, you know, this is basically the one that came out in 1997. Like, you know, it looks exactly the same. I don't know why they would do this.
It does not look exactly the same. If you do it side by side, the graphics is way better.
I know.
Have you even seen the Final Fantasy Polygon thing? They're all blocky.
Guys. Yeah, I know.
There's no such thing.
Guys.
There's no such thing as a curved line on it on all these characters. This is like the the gameplay. You know, it's this weird blend of like action and turn based. I think we talked about this before, but yeah, well, the gameplay is a lot better. The action, the fighting stuff is a lot better. The animation is a lot better. I mean, the graphics is a lot better. You know what? And they've changed a lot of the story elements. If you ever play it.
Yeah, it's not a remake.
Yeah, it's like a whole new game. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like a spin-off, basically. It's this weird like spin-off sequel prequel thing.
And
because
the thing is, they took the first like third of the game of Final Fantasy VII, and they added a bunch of things to it, and they added more elements, and it's the story's I would say it's better too. I mean, I don't know, maybe the story's not better. The original Final Fantasy VII story is pretty damn good.
I need to play that. I actually haven't played that.
So, but this new one, they make it modern for sure, and I think they changed enough to warrant considerations, in my opinion.
Oh, of course, I know. That's a joke. I do not think that this game is the same at all. Okay. Like, yeah, no, this is 100% ready for consideration.
Okay, well, I don't know why you said the remake should not be considered.
I was joking. It's clearly not. It's clearly not.
You need to have like a more sarcastic tone when you say stuff like that. That's all I say.
It's obvious. No, this game looks basic. It's basically the same. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I know it's not the same.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just looking at this game, I want to play it again. It was such a fun experience, actually. I mean, I plowed through this game in, I think, like 3 days.
I will say, does it benefit from your knowledge of the previous game? Like, do you think you should play the original first? Because I am kind of like looking at it, and I know what they do with some of the plot.
Honestly, like, I could not play the original again. The graphics is too like retro for me.
But I mean, like, if I want to play this game, should I go and play 7 first?
If you like retro games, yes, definitely you should play it. But if you're like me and you're a graphics whore and you need the new cool modern, you should just play this.
I might like try to see if there's a way for me to just play through 7 on fast forward, basically. Because if I can do that, I could beat it in like, you know, maybe like
it's pretty long.
40 hours. I heard it wasn't as long as people thought it was.
Well, if you just stick to the main plot, you could probably plow through it in a day, maybe, if you played a lot of hours that day. But you're gonna want to get all the cool stuff.
Yeah, I think like if I kind of probably have like a sort of
you probably want to get all the cool summons, because some of the summons, like the top rated ones, are really hard to get. I mean, they're not really hard to get, but you got to do a lot of tasks. So, and you probably want to get that, and you want to play with the chocobos and stuff like that.
I'd probably pick like 1 or 2 things to like sort of sink my teeth into of this little side things, and then get whatever rewards.
The cool ones take a lot longer. Let's just say that.
I think Triple Triad is from 8, right? It's not from 7.
I don't remember if that is. I think the biggest one was like King Arthur, the Round Table, or something kind of thing.
Oh no, sorry, Triple Triad. I don't mean as a summon, as like a thing you could do.
I don't think so. I don't remember any of that. Triple.
Okay. That I think that's from 8.
I played 8 too. I don't remember that either.
Okay, let me look it up. It's like a card game.
Oh, the card game. I don't remember. I remember. Yeah, it might be an 8.
Yeah, that's
7. I don't know. I don't remember the card game too well. I know there's a card game in one of those series.
Yeah, it's 8. It's 8. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I didn't deep dive too much on the card games.
So do you think this game deserves Game of the Year?
I would not be upset if this was Game of the Year. I would not be upset. I'd be happy if this was Game of the Year. It wouldn't be my Game of the Year, but I'd understand it. I mean, people loved this game. People who played it, and the reviews were really good. I mean, I don't think there's like people who are fans of screenless games seem to enjoy it. So, if there's a flaw, the riding motorcycle stuff. There's a gameplay element that you have to go through, which is like riding a motorcycle. You need to do combat on it. That's not.
I see. So it's like there's combat segments where you have to get on a motorcycle and do cool stuff.
Yeah, that's not too great. Also, the last boss, I think it kind of runs a little long. The last part or segment.
It's like a 13-minute boss fight or something.
No, it's just I think there's a better the more climactic fight or game story was when you're going up the tower and stuff like that, and after the tower, there's another element. There's a motorcycle fight, and there's another fight. There's another like environment. The last environment is not too great.
I see.
So, but you know what? You want to play more of it. That's the thing. So that's not too bad, I would say. It's like even the worst parts of it would be really great on other games. It's just like there's like really good elements in the beginning, middle, and near the end that are really great on Final Fantasy VII that just like overshadow the last part of it, I would say a little bit. So
I will say that it kind of gives me Kingdom Hearts vibes, and that's definitely a good thing.
I think this is a bit way better than Kingdom Hearts, so I'm gonna just put that out there. I know that might be controversial, but
I mean, you know, I don't want to compare the two. I obviously don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, or I should say, I don't know anything about this game. I haven't played it, but I don't know. Kingdom Hearts is good, man. Kingdom Hearts is good.
At least visually, this game's way better. You gotta admit that. Visually, look at this.
it is okay. It is better.
Like graphically,
like all the time. It is better by default, or it is better like on average. But Kingdom Hearts 3 has some moments that are basically just like, hey, Disney, we can basically do what you did again. We can like make your stuff look better than it did in its original like story.
Okay.
They kind of try to they kind of style on Disney a little bit.
All right. Maybe. Okay. I'll have to play some Kingdom Hearts 3 since you sell it so hard.
I'm selling it hard because it is good. It's not the best. I think that most people would say it's not the best Kingdom Hearts, but I like it a lot. So.
Okay. Let's move on and talk about the Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
So this was a great game. I'm gonna just put this out there. If I this would be my game of the year for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
For sure. I played this while I was sick and I was like in bed and stuff. This is all I did was play this game, and it got me off my sickness. Like I was not feeling well at all, but when I was playing this game, I was not paying attention to how crappy I felt. So
you're just enthralled by the cool samurais.
Yeah, this is what I think. This is what most gamers want. They want to be samurais, or they want to be a ninja. They just want to, do samurai ninja things in a cool way. It reminds me of like old Bushido Blade a little bit. I love the old Bushido Blades, and
it's like if you combine Bushido Blade combat with like a sort of outer frame of like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I liked Red Dead Redemption 2, but I like this better just because you get to be a samurai. I know that's controversial too, probably, but
I don't know. I mean, okay, like I like cowboys, but I think that with both of these games, they're too for me. Like I like more like goofiness. This game seems like it has a little bit more fantastical elements. If they made like a cowboy game with more of the like fantastical elements of being a cowboy, where like in the movies, right, like shooting hats off of people and like improbable aiming skills and stuff like that, then I would say like this the appeal of a Red Dead, a cowboy game would be kind of equal to this. But yeah, it's not. I think this game, it seems like, is a little bit more leaning on the sort of movie aesthetic, the sort of samurai movie aesthetic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's it has that what's called cinema mode where it's based on that Japanese director.
I know. I'm trying to remember his name too. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. You keep going. You keep gushing. I'll look it up.
So yeah, like you get all these different outfits. You could get an outfit that's like a ninja outfit if you want, and that's what I did. I wore the ninja outfit most of the time in combat and just snuck back on people and stab people. And I love sneaking games. So I'm a big fan of Splinter Cell. I'm a big fan of old Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I've played the newer Assassin's Creed. I would say started from Odyssey, which made it more RPG and less sneaking game, and more like an action game. Yeah. I don't know if I like it or not. I did play it. I did like it, but I like the old Assassin's Creed, and based on like Italy and stuff. That was cooler, just because you get it's more about sneaking than anything else. But yeah.
Also, I found the guy we were probably thinking of, Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Kurosawa Akira. So yeah, Kurosawa.
Have you watched
films.
any of the Kurosawa films?
No, but I hear his name quoted so much.
You should watch Seven Samurai. It's a classic.
I should.
It's really good. It holds up and looks really good if you get like a good copy of it, because they shot it in film, so it's high definition. It's good stuff. You should definitely watch Samurai. That's like Seven Samurai has been remade in different movies throughout the years. That are you'll recognize the story elements for sure. It's such a classic.
I'll probably check it out. Yeah.
So, here's the premise. Basically, It's about like a poor farm town that's being like threatened by thieves who want like mafia thieves, yakuza kind of people who want like payment, and so what they do is they hire 7 samurais.
Oh,
to protect
it kind of sounds like a cowboy film, and I think I mean, I don't know.
There are cowboy films based on that, on 7 samurais.
I'm sure there are. Honestly, there's a reason why, like literally, samurai cowboy is a trope.
Well, the thing is, 7 Samurai was actually Kurosawa's way of depicting like spaghetti western. I mean, not spaghetti western, but cowboy themes into a movie. Then in 7 Samurai, then the Western audience or the Western
was like, whoa,
this is great.
This is cool.
We should make this a cowboy film. And there's like a couple cowboy films or more that are based on 7 Samurai.
That's kind of how culture works too.
It's like if there was like a recent one that 3 years ago or something, or 4 years ago, that was like 7 cowboys. Magnificent 7. That's what it was called. Yeah. That was based on the original Magnificent 7, which was based on 7 Samurai.
That's cool. I think we're getting a little off topic, but before we go back, I do want to talk about one game that you might be interested in looking at.
Okay.
While we're talking about this. Gosh dang it. Red Steel 2. It's a Wii game.
Oh, I know that game.
Okay. Like you've seen it then? You've seen like the sort of aesthetic of it?
It is nothing like Ghost of Tsushima. So.
Oh no, it's not. It's very silly, goofy kind of stuff, but it's like it blends a sort of or a sort of a western desert kind of world with a cowboy, like with a samurai aesthetic as well. So you've got like, sort of a little like Japanese village in the middle of what looks like, sort of a western town. Or at least, I think I'm kind of explaining it badly, but it looks cool. The protagonist is awesome. He's got a sword and a gun.
It's a fun game, but I prefer this type of game more.
Oh yeah, I know.
And it's more realistic. It's more serious. It almost has like a Batman type of feel to it, like Batman movie feel. Mm-hmm. This could be like almost a Chris Nolan film kind of thing going on a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it's cinematic like it says. And I love games with good stories and stuff like that. So this one has a good one. I think it's not like surprising any of the plot twists or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely not bad. Mm-hmm. And even the Japanese audience in Japan really loved this game because they felt that it was being authentic to the spirit of samurais and stuff like that in Japanese culture.
I mean, honestly, in Japan, they're not even that freaking authentic to the spirit of samurais.
Well, they try sometimes.
They try sometimes, but like, there's a lot of stuff where they take liberties with it because they already know the kind of original thing.
Well, it's a lot different than when I would say Western media does it, than when Japan does it. It's like it's their own culture, so they can mess with it and stuff like that more.
Yeah. Like, have you seen like Brave Fencer Musashi?
It's a different route.
Is it a cartoon?
It's a PS1 game and a PS2 game.
I probably have played it, but it's been a while.
It's just a cutesy sort of like
I think
GB world.
I'm pretty sure I played it, but it's
and like you fight robots and stuff, and
it's probably, but it's not the. I think I enjoyed Bushido Blade way more. That's what I remember, which was around that same era. So.
Oh yeah. No, so Brave Fencer Musashi is like a weird kind of platformer action RPG thing.
Yeah.
Made by Square Enix though.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, I think Insomniac's doing a really good job. This is Insomniac.
They make good games. They did Infamous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. I like them.
Yep. I think they're definitely up and coming studio that's getting bigger every release.
I wouldn't say they're up and coming.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time.
Like they've been doing some good stuff. Like I mean, I saw like the most recent Infamous game that most people kind of say is a little bit kind of bad, but it still looks fun compared to like you know it still looks fun even compared to its predecessors. It looks like it's at least just as fun.
Oh, Infamous been around a lot, but they never really blew up. Like I would say, Bethesda or some of the bigger studios.
I guess that's true, but I wouldn't say that they're like people
It's
know
like,
what Infamous is.
Yeah, they know. I know they know who they are. They feel like what's it called? What's the other studio I really like? That made a game.
Is it what kind of game is it?
RPG game that was bought by
EA.
No, Microsoft.
RPG. Yeah. Oh, so yeah.
I always talk about them.
Wait. Which one?
Illusion. Is it Illusion? Oh, they made Outer Worlds.
Oh yeah, that's freaking. I want to say Marvelous, but that's definitely not it. They have like an Earth as their thing. I know what you're talking about.
Obsidian.
Yeah, that's it. Obsidian. That's it.
Yep.
I was like, what am I brainstorming? Marvelous? That's like an entirely different freaking country.
Obsidian's an old studio. It's been around forever, but it's never blown up. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's even older than Insomniac for sure. They have way more games in their catalog. But
so, I guess then, like, what is your sort of So, would you say that this thing wins Game of the Year on story, on gameplay? Is it all a combination of all of it?
It's visuals. Yeah, I think it's a combination of all of them. I think they're all pretty good.
So you think it's like it has a lot of merit just by doing a lot of what it does well. It synergizes really well.
Yeah, and it's like I think it's really hard to make a good samurai game or ninja game. People always try it, but it's never like. I think this is like the best realized version of it so far.
I can see that. Like I mean, there's Sekiro.
Like there's Sekiro, but again, that's a dark environment. I don't want to play that.
You're freaking stabbing motherfuckers. So, dude gets his head chopped off.
You're fighting monsters and stuff and blah blah blah.
Okay.
But there's no NPCs really to talk to. I guess there's some, but it's like Dark Dreary World. I don't want to play that all the time. I like, you know what? I like this game because it feels there's dark places in it for sure. There's a mission where you try to find ghosts, and are they really ghosts? Who knows? But you're in like a dark fog area and stuff like that, and that's fine. But there's a place where you just like you go to your old home and you meet your old servant lady, and you just hang out with her, and you're like, oh, this is nice. There's nice little flowers and trees, and it's bright. You know, there's light. There's moments of the game where it's very light and like, but there's moments when it's very serious and dark and try to be kind of a little bit scary, I guess, spooky a little bit.
Like Sekiro is like things suck all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to play that.
Whereas this game is more like there are moments of levity.
Yeah, I like games that have it's more dynamic like that.
I will admit, I like games that, even if they like are dark in aesthetic, maybe not necessarily dark in tone.
Yeah,
so,
I wouldn't mind Sekiro so much if there was like, you fight and you go in the dark place and you blah 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 kill some monster, but there's like a nice village you could go to once in a while to buy your crafting and maybe talk to the bar lady or something. I don't know, but like
you're protecting, right?
Yeah, a little resting area. All you get is like a little campfire. That's pretty whack.
yeah. That's that. I can see that. Yeah.
So that's.
But I mean, that's Dark Souls, right? That's.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a huge fan of Dark Souls. I'm Dark Souls. People say Dark Souls is really hard, but I guess it is challenging compared to some of these games out there. But
if you're a scrub,
I played it and I probably beat half of it. But like the environment just weighs on you, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't like the spooky games either, and it's always like monsters are fighting you. Like I could beat that game for sure, and it's like, but it was never about like. I mean, there is some skill involved and all that stuff, but
No.
but if it had like a little bit lighter elements, I probably would have finished that
It's a
game.
different route.
Maybe you like come across like a little resting spot where there's a house or something with some people or something. That'd be cool. I don't like dark, dreary all the time, 24/7. That's
I'd agree with that.
yeah.
I don't really like that either.
Yeah. So if it's if there was some more lighter elements, I'd probably be much more into it. But yeah, I have to say Dark Souls control is freaking awesome though. The combat controls, I'm probably the best in the game, in the industry. So I wish they took that action and elements and they put it in I don't know, a little bit more brighter areas, or maybe it'd be like maybe instead of ghosts we have like modern people and stuff like that to fight. I don't know, just a thought.
So like maybe like Future Samurai or like
or maybe like we could do like Knights King Arthur stories or something.
Ooh, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, like you could be a knight in the Round Table or something, and you could go on an adventure or something.
I mean, there is something kind of like that. It's like a Skyrim. It's not like this. It's like a Skyrim, and it's basically set in Poland. I forgot what its name is though.
Yeah.
See if I can find it here. I'll give it like half, you know, like a couple seconds, and if I can't see it, okay, I can't see it. All right, well, whatever.
Okay, okay. Well,
but I will say, having something with like traditional style, like knight sort of tactics, or like sword fight tactics, would be interesting. Like I like a special move where you can like screw off your pommel, just freaking chuck it at the guy, chuck it at your opponent.
I definitely like fantasy, like Game of Thrones environment would be cool too, actually.
Well, I mean, you might get that in what is that one that's coming out? It's called freaking what is that? Shoot, it's the one that's going to be created by From Software.
Why don't you look it up?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Where game. I swear, I'm gonna see it and then I'm gonna remember it. It's gonna really annoy me. Software, next game.
Well,
Elden Ring. Elden Ring, that's the one.
Elden Ring, huh?
Elden Ring, yeah.
Elden Ring, okay. We'll keep an eye out on it, and we'll probably discuss it in the future. Anyway, people who haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, go play it. If you like samurais, you like ninjas, just go do it. Do yourself a favor. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to Hades, which is the next.
Hades. Another game neither of us have played.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing it, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood to play this type of game, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks cool though. I hate it because it looks. I love everything or almost everything that Supergiant has made. I like. I like Indivisible or not Indivisible.
Bastion.
Bastion. Yes. But what's the other one? Transistor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like both Transistor and Bastion.
And did you play Code Vein recently? That's a different game, right?
That's a different game entirely.
Okay.
That's from the people who make God Eater. That's different.
Okay.
But this is a roguelike basically from the creators of Bastion and Transistor. And from what I've heard, it's really good plot. Like it's got a really good story. The characterization is really good. All the characters are very, very engaging and fun to interact with. And the combat, it sounds like you kind of become a whirling death machine by the end of the game because you just stack up so many you stack up so many buffs at the end of the game because it's not a pure roguelike. You do get stronger every time you play.
Yeah.
So it's not it's not you will eventually win if you beat your head against the wall hard enough. So it looks cool. It looks cool. I would love to play it, but I just, it's one of those things where, like, I think like you, it's just like I'm kind of not in the mood for it.
Yeah.
But it does look really nice, and the music's really great too. It's got this kind of like metal soundtrack. It just looks cool. All the characters are very, very cool looking. Just I don't know. I guess, like, are you kind of a fan of the roguelike genre?
I don't like roguelikes.
Okay.
I don't like looking for things. I don't want to be lost. I want to map.
Yeah. Roguelikes aren't really like look for stuff. Because it's really just like the main thing is like go until you die, right?
Well, I think a lot of them are you have to find your way through the map kind of thing.
Well, you have to find your way through the maze. Yeah, I guess it's true.
And you have to go back and forth. I don't like going back. I don't want to go back. I want to keep on going forward.
I mean, it's hard to. I think you're thinking of like a Metroidvania.
But I have joined. Yeah, it's more like Metroidvania. Yeah.
That's what you're thinking, because like a roguelike is more like just there's backtracking, but it's very minimal. It's like if you went a wrong way in the randomly generated environment, you just go another direction. And not all games have a randomly generated environment. Sometimes it's always the same thing. So I think you're thinking of a Metroidvania, which is a different kind of thing.
Yeah, never mind. You're right. I was thinking of Metroidvania. But yeah, I guess I do like roguelikes then. Like.
Like you played like the Binding of Isaac or Enter the Gungeon, stuff like that. I don't know.
No, I haven't played any of those.
I would say okay. I will say this game makes a really good, or roguelikes usually make for good like sort of between like transitional games, like between things. Like if you're like I want to get a couple runs in of we'll just say this one. Yeah, this one. Like, if you can just run a couple runs of this game, make a little bit of progress, and then put it down and play something else when, like, maybe your game's finished installing or something.
I think I will play this game at one point in the future, for sure. Like, it looks too good to not play.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I agree. I will also say with this one, I don't know if it deserves Game of the Year compared to everything else around it.
I think this would be a good Game of the Year, just because this studio has not gotten enough attention from the mainstream audience. So
yeah, I agree, but I still think that,
I mean,
like if I had to like go based on a game's merit, I don't know if there are other games out there. Well, I know one game specifically, and we can talk about that later, that I think probably deserves it more.
Yeah, well, let's keep moving on. But yeah, I think it looks great. I think if you are looking for a roguelike, this is the one to play. And I'll definitely want to play in the future. And yeah, I will not be upset if it won. I would
actually say I would agree. I would not be upset if it won.
Yeah. I'd rather have this game win than some of these other nominees, I would say.
Because this game was made by a smaller team. You know, it's definitely a more I wouldn't say like maybe possibly like, I don't know if it's a work of love, it's a work of passion, but I definitely would say that it definitely has a lot more heart and a lot more unique things going on than all the other games do.
Yeah, if you listen to all the reviews and stuff and watch the reviews and stuff like that, they do have good reviews on it, and if it's made out to be what it is, which is like a better than Bastion and stuff like that, then yeah, I think it's deserving. Okay. You can say no, but that's what I think. Okay. I'll go on to the next nominee, which is Animal Crossing.
I've thought about it for a little while. I originally I think I said that I didn't think this game deserved to be up here.
Okay.
But now that I've thought about it, based on the reasons why, I'll spill it here. I think Fall Guys should win Game of the Year.
No, but yeah,
but we'll go back to that later. But I thought about it, and the criteria for why I think Fall Guys should win Game of the Year, I kind of feel like this one also kind of fills a little bit of that. because this game, I think, is Nintendo's most successful franchise right now. It's outsold literally everything.
It definitely broke some sales records, especially in Japan.
Yeah, I think that part of it is due to COVID, but
it is cultural. It's like enough people know about this game. I'll give it that. Like, there's a lot of people who know this game that are not even like, I would say, like true like hardcore gamers.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that just play this.
Yeah, that will play this game.
Yeah, I will still say that I think it's a chore simulator, and while being able to build stuff on your island is cool, I should say I've played it, and I think you have as well. Being able to do stuff on your island and build stuff on your island and place furniture outside, that's cool and that's great, but none of it does anything. It feels like a big chore simulator.
It's kind of like The Sims in a little bit. Like, it's like
it's like kind of like
tycoon type game.
It's kind of like My Sims. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like tycoon type of game where you could build up your island.
It's not even that. There's no like income you get from building stuff, right? It's just,
well, you could build other stuff and get more stuff.
You can build, you can craft things and get more stuff, but you can't, nothing you make will ever give you any reward, other than it looking aesthetically good.
The reward is you get to build more stuff or have more stuff. Which is, you start with, nothing, and it's like Minecraft, you start with...
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you start out with nothing, and then, you can upgrade all your houses and stuff
until you get really cool houses, and really cool furniture, or really cool,
But you can't, I guess, with Animal Crossing, right? You can upgrade your house, but none of the furniture you make will ever give you returns that you can then say put into your house. The only way to make money is to catch fish, is to find bugs, to that sort of thing. There's the stock market. There's the stock market.
That's the tycoon elements. Get money through that thing and through crafting. To get better stuff.
No. That's not how a tycoon game works. You build in a tycoon game, when you build a roller coaster, when you build a building, people go in the building and give you money so you can build more buildings. This is not a tycoon game.
Well, it has those tycoon elements, in my opinion. And same thing with Sims. You can make more money that way, but the easiest way to make money in The Sims is go to your job or whatever and get a better job.
I don't know. I'd say that this game has more in common with Harvest Moon than it does with a tycoon game.
It's like a crossbreed of Minecraft and Sims, in my opinion. No?
No, I'd say if you said My Sims, if you said the one for Wii, then yeah, maybe. But not, and to be fair, this game came out before My Sims, but still, no. This game is more of a whereas Sims was sort of a micromanage a person's life kind of game. It's there are challenges that you can do, there are problems to solve in that game. Whereas in this game, it's more kind of just do it. It's just a world that kind of exists with or without you. They want you there because people will, they'll be upset if you don't talk to them and stuff like that. And you can pull weeds and stuff like that. But the world kind of exists independently of you. The only way to progress is just to keep showing up. And
Sims is the same way. The world, there's the town will be there even if you're not playing it.
No, well. In The Sims, the in-game clock only turns when you are playing.
Okay.
In Animal Crossing, time exists independent of whether or not you're playing it.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
I can see that, but it's still Sims has a lot of chore simulator type of things. If you noticed.
Yeah, but doing a chore will give you a bonus to a stat, or will give you money, or will increase some kind of relationship with another character. There are relationship stuff with characters in this game, and they'll give you a reward, like a special piece of furniture.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Well,
The Sims, you can have children, you can do all this other.
that's the element of it. It's not like a full-on Sims. It's not full-on Minecraft either. It's like
It's
a little bit of that, and a little bit of that.
Sorry, I pulled out my headphones there for a second. Sorry, what?
It's a little bit of that and a little bit of this. You know, a little bit of Minecraft, a little bit of Sims, a little bit of.
I am not letting go of Sims. I'm not letting you say Sims is like this game. I'm not. I can't. It's not. It's not the same thing. I'd say there's an overlap of people that like it, but it does not draw enough from Sims to say that it's like that.
I think it is.
I don't know.
I think there's a reason why they share an audience.
I will say that yes, but I think it's kind of like virtual dollies. It is. It's not like they share like. It's not like this game is like has sim elements. It's more that they have things that Sims also has.
Yeah,
it's gonna.
That's fine.
I wouldn't say that it's like Sims. Yeah, it's just that like yes, there are chores.
So
and stuff you can do.
There are elements in both games that are same.
Like house building, right? Like putting furniture in your house. That's extremely similar to Sims.
Yeah.
But like I think that the further you get away from like the house building part, the sort of surface level interacting with people part, it starts to break down. Because like with Sims, like interacting with a character can cause them to do something that like can affect the game in some way. Like talking to a character, making them upset, can then cause them to do something to another person.
That's another element of Sims that this game doesn't have. But there's a lot of elements that the Sims has that this has. It's basically in the Sims. I feel like at least the way I play it is you try to get a cool ass house.
Yeah. Well, yes.
And that's
I will say that.
In this game, you try to get a cool ass island. That's how I feel about it. So. You're actually like going through a goal to make. The thing is, the Sims and games like this, you make your own goal, kind of. So it might be to make a cool looking island. It might be to make a cool looking house. It might be about making the house look way different in the Sims.
I'll still say that the main focus though of this game is that it's not about. Yeah, sure, you can have a long-term goal, but it's more about sort of almost like an MMO, like a social MMO, where you without the social part, you live in the world and kind of interact with the people, and sort of just see the daily happenings of the town. There are events that happen, like Christmas, stuff like that happen on the days they sort of exist. It's like a second world that kind of exists on a layer on top.
I'm pretty sure there's like a expansion pack for. Seasons.
There's expansion packs for Sims where you can have special
seasons, Christmas and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure.
But it's different, and again, it's all in the in-game clock for that one. This one, it's like you show up during.
Maybe the clock's different, but I think there's enough similarities that it is like Sims.
I don't know. It's a lot more laid back than Sims. Sims is like you're constantly.
That's your opinion. I don't agree with it.
Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever. All right. Oh man, I didn't think this would be such a freaking point of contention.
Well, I think the reason why you're wrong is because there's enough people who play this game, and there's a lot of people who play The Sims who are the same people, and they're scratching that same itch of building stuff and making stuff cool.
I would say that those people also play Stardew Valley, and they also play what's another one that really is common. Gosh, I don't know. Kirby's not that really that, but I will say Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley is considered a tycoon game, by the way. So I'll just put that out there.
Is it considered a tycoon game?
Yes, it is.
I could.
And it's so if that's considered a tycoon game, this could be considered a tycoon game.
No. We're not doing that. No.
Well.
No.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one. I no.
I think it is. Well, you know my opinion on it.
I know your opinion on it.
And I don't think your opinion is right, so I'll just put that out there. Okay, all right. Anyway, let's keep on going on.
Do you think that this game deserves Game of the Year? Would you be upset if it won Game of the Year?
No, because there's enough people and cultural impact on it.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that enough people play this game. It's worth it.
Yeah, and there's gonna be more people who are gonna. I'm sure there's gonna be more games of this in the future, and that's gonna even be bigger. So it's like Pokemon. It'll
never die.
It'll never die. It'll just keep on going, and it'll get more fans. So
gosh, I remember when I first played like the original. Like, yeah, it definitely it's crazy to see like how big this thing's become.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna get bigger. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, and last but not least,
I didn't play it because of the spoiler people know about.
Yeah.
I talk about it. But yeah, they do something to some of the characters that I liked from the original. And the main reason...
The Last of Us? What?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're not going to spoil it.
I know.
But yeah.
What?
But yeah, I think... The main reason I play The Last of Us is for the story. Believe it or not, it's not about the gameplay too much. It's okay gameplay, but it's not like... It's kind of... You know... It's kind of like, what's the other game? The Nathan Drake game.
Yeah.
What's that game?
Uncharted.
Uncharted. I love Uncharted story. I love the cutscenes and everything. The gameplay is pretty fun too, but like, it's so cinematic that I like those elements more than the actual gameplay. Sometimes, like some of these set pieces are awesome and stuff like that on Uncharted. And I feel the same way about The Last of Us, at least the original. It's I like the characters. I want to hang out with the characters, or yeah, be in that world. And then the second one, they kind of switch it up, and just hearing that, I just don't want to play it. So that's why. And you know what? The reaction from the fan base has been pretty straightforward. Even though critics love this game, apparently. But the fan base does not. So I'm with the fan base on this.
I will say that I knew. So one of my friends, I actually watched them kind of as they were going through the game, and I talked to them like every time. I kind of give like a little like I'd pop in and see how far he'd be going, or how far he was through it, what he thought of it, and he liked it. He by the end of it, he thought it was really good. He kind of, came to grips with that thing that is preventing you from enjoying this game.
Yeah.
And he enjoyed it. I will say that for me, the fact that it is so focused on the story turns me off. I play games for games, right? Like for a game. I want a challenge. I want something. I want a challenge, or I want to sort of role play as a person, and I don't necessarily want them to sort of like with this game, right? You're playing as a specific character, right? It doesn't really, unless they have something that like makes their combat interesting. Or makes it sort of more unique than another game. It having a good story is not gonna sell me. Also, if they have a character that's like a blank slate and it's more about you existing in this world and kind of interacting with it yourself, that's also really cool. But this one just feels like it's a movie with a game attached, and I don't like that.
Well, I like those type of games myself. I'm a big fan of Heavy Rain.
Yeah, okay, all right. So
I'm a fan of Two Human. What was it?
Wait,
was it
what?
Detroit?
Wait,
2?
what?
Yep, it's a good game.
Oh my god, I heard that game is like universally panned.
Well, some critics didn't like it, but I think it's a good game. I had fun. If you like those type of games, I think it's worth it. Definitely.
Is Two Human the same guy?
What do you mean?
Is Two Human by the same oh no, it's not. Silicon Knights. Okay.
Oh, it's not too up.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's the one about the robots.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Become Human. Sorry, I got the wrong.
Become Human. Detroit Become Human. I was about to be like, Two Human? What?
Become Human. Yeah,
Okay, have you played 2 Human before we get off of this?
I played the whole game.
No, Detroit Become Human. That you played that the whole way through.
Yeah.
Have you played 2 Human?
I don't know. I don't think I have. What's 2 Human?
It's like it's a game that was like a science fiction retelling of Norse mythology. Let's see.
I haven't played this game. Wait.
Yeah. Apparently, it just did really bad.
Oh wait. This game? No wait.
Yeah, it's very poorly.
Is this what I think it is too? Yeah, actually, I played this game.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me see the gameplay if this is what I think it is.
No, it's not the same, is it? It looks the same, but it's a different room.
There's another game that maybe this is it. No, there's a good version of this game. For reals. Can't remember. Is this the one? Is this by Silicon Knights?
Yeah, this is Silicon Knights. Yeah, they got wrecked. It looks like.
Yeah. Actually, I like 2 Human. That was a good game. I know it's controversial.
I haven't played it. I'm not.
I know it's controversial, but it did get some good reviews. I remember this area. I played it because G4 recommended it way back when there was a G4 channel, and I enjoyed it. And the reason why it got wrecked by a lot of people was it was always getting delayed, and there was a lot of what's called production issues.
Yeah, it was in development hell basically. Okay, You know what we should do? At some point, maybe get this game and play through it. Like
I beat this game all the way through.
It. Okay, then I'll play it with you sitting there.
Why would I want
at some point? Because I want to.
I think you would like this game. Honestly, the combat is pretty good.
I want to have you there. If it is bad, I want to have you there, sort of seeing it again.
Well, we could. The thing is, the graphics has not aged well.
Oh no, it hasn't. But that's fine. That's fine. I get that. I mean, I played a game that's. I played an MMO that's 8 years old.
At the time and when it came out, it was good graphics, and so.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
if you want to talk about, if we want to do a review on this game, if you get it, I'm down to talk to you about it. But I don't think I'm gonna sit through while you try to beat this game. No.
All right, I'll if I ever get into live streaming or something like that, I will do that. I will stream it, or record it.
I highly recommend you play it, Ashley. I think you'd like it. I know it has a bad no,
PR it's alright. It's alright.
But the combat I remember was really because it's a combo combat system, and there were pretty cool combos you could do. Like it was very rewarding the way they set up the combo system. I remember that's what I liked about it. It was actually the combat.
I will check it out. It'll probably be one of those things where it's just that its reputation kind of makes it sound a lot worse than it actually is.
People crapped on it because of all the waiting, and people were being promised by I can't remember his name, the guy who's famous for it.
And there was a lawsuit right afterwards with Epic Games that basically killed them. So yeah, I think maybe it was just the background radiation of the whole thing.
He's pretty controversial, and he always over promises a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah,
like Peter Molyneux, basically.
Yeah, he's kind of like Peter Molyneux. So he is pretty controversial figure, but yeah, you should definitely play it.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah, just play one level, and if it sucks, don't play it again.
Yeah. I'll play one level, and if it sucks,
don't play it.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come back and I'll be like, dude.
We could have a 2 Human episode. I'll be down to talk about it. I would be. Okay, if you wanna, if you play it, and if it sucks, you know what? I'll try to go play it again.
All right.
I think I think I even have the original disc somewhere in the house, or I might have thrown it away because or something. We'll see.
I'll see if I can get it on Steam. We'll see how easy it is for me to get my hands on it.
No.
I think it's only. I don't think it is on Steam. Is it on Steam?
It's probably not on Steam.
I think it's only on Xbox 360.
It's on the Microsoft Store.
Is it?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Is it?
Oh, it's a downloadable on the. It's free.
Oh.
It's free for Series X and Xbox One. I know that apparently.
Oh, it's a downloader for Xbox.
Offers free in-app purchases, huh?
So you have to have Xbox to play it.
All right. If I can make it work on my PC, I will go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can.
Xbox 360 to play it.
Yeah, I don't have any Microsoft consoles, but if there is some way I can because it does say I can get it. Maybe.
No,
maybe.
It's available on Xbox X and One.
I assume it's probably not gonna work, but I might as well try it. I mean, it's free. What is it gonna hurt me? Or how would it hurt me?
Yeah. Just check it out. I think the combat is what sold me more than anything else. I remember the combat being really good at the time. Might not have aged well.
Oh, I'm sure. I think that might be a thing too. Is I'll play it and then it'll just be like, oh wow, this is really bad. Because it's.
I don't think it'd be that bad. I don't think it'd be that bad at all. Actually, go check it out. And if you wanna play one level, you don't like it, we could have a discussion about it on one of our episodes.
Yeah, that would be good. Maybe
you could trash it, and I'll be like, maybe if you want to trash it, I'll try to figure out how to play it myself and come back, because I don't remember.
Maybe we'll do a couple episodes from now. We'll have a 2 human episode. I think that would be a good idea. I like that.
Or a segment at least. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks the same.
I'll dress up our characters and
we're way out of that.
Yeah, we're way. That's true. You did say that, and I think you just mentioned 2 human, and we got on a huge.
Well, you kept on asking me questions about it.
I know. I'm sorry, but I couldn't. I had to know. I'm sorry. Okay, but anyway. Yeah. We're good. We can get off this.
Yeah.
Last of Us. You like story games? That was the kind of thing we're on.
The thing is, I liked Detroit. I think honestly, Detroit is more controversial than
the current game we're talking about, The Last of Us.
I think Detroit Become Human is more controversial than 2 Human actually.
I'd say Detroit just it kind of
bombed on reviews and Metacritic and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's hilarious because people basically they make fun of it because it basically is very heavy-handed with its subject. And Nier comes out the same year and basically just wrecks it in terms of the same kind of philosophy. I'm not gonna go too far into it. But Nier Automata.
Nier's a better game. I agree.
Yeah.
But for what it is, Detroit Become Human. If you want to play that story type of walk, some people call it a walking simulator or whatever. I
wouldn't say that's a walking simulator. I would say it's a point-and-click adventure game.
Yeah, point-and-click adventure game. Then I think this is a really good version of it. I'll put that out there.
Yeah.
And there's multiple endings and stuff like that. It's not like some other games that you have maybe 3 endings. In Detroit Become Human, there's 5, 6, 7, 8 endings. So,
Nier has an ending for every letter of the alphabet.
Does it?
Yeah, but a lot of them are joke endings.
Yeah.
A lot of them are fake.
Not the same.
Yeah.
And some of the endings aren't even actually endings.
But it's a different room.
So, yeah. So, we both agree this should not be Game of the Year, I guess. And,
Yeah.
And your Game of the Year is... What was it?
So, my game of the year, if I could force it through, is Fall Guys.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it to sort of confirm it, and I honestly think... I don't necessarily think Fall Guys is the best game I've ever played. But I will also say that it has probably had the most influence on our culture like, and maybe, and this is kind of an opinion I've kind of thought I've developed as we've had this conversation. It's at least tied with Animal Crossing in terms of like its effect on society, on sort of the industry, and sort of the effect on the kind of collective idea or the collective sort of understanding of gaming. I don't know if that makes any sense, but basically, a lot of people are thinking about this game and the level it blew up to, and the level of sort of cultural influence that it's had on the world. It was insane. It skyrocketed like super fast. So I think that at the very least it deserves a nomination.
I'm gonna go ahead and crash this game.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go say how good this game is.
I will say that like you look online, right? There's a streamer playing this game, literally, probably, like, I will say every streamer that you've ever liked, or any streamer that anyone's ever liked, probably has played this game once.
Okay.
And like, a lot of people have like, sort of, and I think maybe because of streaming, just it like one person plays it, then everyone wants to play it. But like, I think that it really is like indicative of sort of today's culture, the things that kids actually like today, right?
Sure.
Like, I'd say that like, games, while, I, like them at a certain level, I do think that it is important to remember that one of the biggest market for games is kids. And like, this is probably like among like, or I should say sort of along with maybe like Fortnite and stuff like that, this is probably like the game that all of them know.
All right, you had your piece on it, and you're basically saying it's popular. That's why it should be Game of the Year.
It has an influence on society.
It has influence on society. Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But there's animations for it all over the internet. If you're thinking about Game of the Year, I'm thinking something about this is the best game of the year. And to me, this is not the best game of the year. In terms of development, in terms of new ideas, in terms of any like thing that would matter in terms of what makes a great game. Tell me popularity.
Tell new ideas. Tell me what's not new about it.
It's basically a bunch of do you know what this reminds me of? It's Flappy Bird for the new generation.
No. Oh my gosh, dude! There's so much.
In terms of development, there's like nothing really great about it. I mean, the animation's I guess pretty good. I guess. I mean, not really. I mean, the avatars or icons or whatever the people. It's like Fortnite too, which is great, but it's not in terms of development. I mean, it's basically like you're basically doing runners with like 50 people and you're just knocking each other out, right? Yeah, and it's fun. Yeah, and like you sort of like slowly dwindling the people down. By the way, I also think Fortnite should have won Game of the Year. Anyway, so well, you had your chance. Let me finish my piece. All right. So, in terms of epic development, what do you call epic development? I would not say so. In terms of what is a story? Okay, there is no story. That doesn't matter. Let's say it's not about story. It's about gameplay. There's no story. It's about gameplay. Control. Come on, there's a lot of games with better control and gameplay than this. I mean, but part of the game is because the controls bad. The only reason why this game is so popular, I'll tell you right now, is it's simple like Flappy Bird and it's multiplayer. Have you played this game before? No. I have. Okay. And I will say that based on what I have played, the game is fun. Yeah, it's with friends, right? You gotta play it with friends to get a lot out of it. I play it alone. I play it alone, and it's fun. I've seen enough of it to know that I like why people would enjoy this game. But in terms of development and all that stuff, it's like, come on. This is a way easier to get a game to develop than I mean, yeah. I will say Final Fantasy 7, any of the other games we talked about today. Any of those. I'd say that it's on the in terms of like maybe the amount of money that went into it. Maybe not in terms 80s. Of like but like,
Yeah, Hades. I was gonna say Hades. Like,
maybe,
I think it's on there with that.
Yeah, maybe not Hades, but in terms of everything else, yeah, definitely.
I'll say it's just like people like have made memes about this game. Like this game, like
it's a great game. It's a great game. It's a fun game. It's good for kids. Come on, game of the year. This is the best game of the year.
Yes, 100%. 100%. It literally like none of these games. Unless it was because they were bad, none of these games have generated memes. This game has made like memes all over the place. If
we're doing contests about best chocolate in the world, this would be Snickers. This was what would be it. Right?
No, I disagree. It's a video game, and
what
it's
would
good,
it be in
the
chocolate contest?
Okay, what would it be in the chocolate contest?
What would be the parallel?
Okay, so it's gotta so this game it kind of feels
like
Snickers.
It'd be Snickers.
It wouldn't be Snickers because Snickers it's more like okay, you know that chocolate that you got.
It wouldn't be Ghirardelli, I'll tell you that.
Okay. Let me give you an image here. See, it's Halloween, right? It's Halloween. You're trick or treating. You're going out. You're getting a bunch of candies.
Maybe a Reese's Pieces.
No. And this lady drops something into your basket, and it's not branded or anything. You don't know what it is, and you're like, I don't know if I want to eat this. But it's got like a really nice like shiny sort of like wrapping to it. It's all like kind of like sort of metallic looking. You're like it looks really pretty. It looks really well well sort of crafted. But again, it's not branded. You don't know anything about it. And then you pull it out. You take a bite, and you're like, man, like that's good. I don't know what this is. I don't know who this came from, but I really enjoy it. I probably will never get the chance to enjoy this again, but in the moment, I really enjoy it now. That's what this is. You didn't
even give me a real clear example. It's just some type of magical chocolate.
It's just it's the chocolate. It's a chocolate without branding. You don't know anything about it, so it's just something that kind of came out of left field for you, and it's not a brand. Or I should say, it's not like a Snickers would be like. If anything was like a Snickers, it'd be like maybe I don't know, The Last of Us, just something where it's like everybody knows about it. It's a big name thing, but just something about it kind of pissed people off.
This is like Bejeweled, man. This is like come on, this is like pop candy.
No, it's not. Okay, like
that's for multiplayer, and the only reason why people enjoy it is you get to play with your friends, like most multiplayers. If you get your friends to play it, that's why people are playing.
I play it alone. I've played it alone without friends. And I still enjoy it. It's definitely a lot more fun with friends, but I still enjoy it without them. The extra elements, the extra gameplay elements that come into play when you are running with like 40, 50 other people through like gates and stuff like that. And like you're getting smushed because everybody's trying to like fit through a tiny space. And you get like knocked out of the way, and you're like thrown into the air. Like that's unique. You don't get that from any other game. Fortnite is basically, and like I still think it deserves Game of the Year for its year, just because again it was just so stupidly huge. But like Fortnite, you sit on one end of the map and you cower. And I played Fortnite as well. You sit on one end of the map, you build up a wall in a tiny room, and you just cower until somebody finds you, or you're like one of two people left and you have a freaking Mexican standoff. You never see anybody except for like maybe one or two guys, and then you get shot and that's it. This game basically forces a bunch of people into the same place to all play together at once, and that I think is way more of a fun experience.
This is like Bejeweled. Come on, it's like the same colors.
Same
type of popularity.
No, you are just making shit up. That is not true. That is total bullshit.
Don't swear.
Oh, okay, sure, whatever, fine.
What? Okay.
You're full of crap.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah, I know.
And I think this game is full of crap. I think it's gonna be popular for maybe 1 or 2 years, and people are gonna forget about it. And there's gonna be a new Bejeweled version. New Fall Guy version so
you're gonna think that Fall Guys is gonna get replaced with like another version of Fall Guys,
which is like Yeah, like how Bejeweled got replaced by like Cookie, whatever those games are.
Cookie Clicker?
Yeah, or something, or whatever.
No.
You know, these lame games that are like.
Well, first of all, you're picking like the worst version of a puzzle game. Like you didn't talk about
games.
What?
There's no depth to these type of games. There's no real like. I mean, it's fun. It's like Snickers. I love Snickers. I have it once a year or twice a year at least. And and I'm not saying Fall Game is the bad game at all, but it's not the game of the year. It's not the best game of the year. And if you think that, I think you're being ridiculous a little bit.
I admit it's a meme pick. It's definitely like a kind of a joke. It's half a joke, but I am serious that I think that it at least deserves to be nominated. I think that it's had enough influence on like this. If this game replaced The Last of Us, I would not be upset.
I wouldn't be upset. I could see it being nominated, but to win it, no thank you, hell no.
All right, well, that's the thing where we differ. But I do think that at the very least, this game deserves to be on the spot that The Last of Us bought.
I don't know.
I
even at least The Last of Us. There was definitely a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on it for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, just because you work hard on something doesn't mean it's good. I mean, it's just the reality
good.
thing.
There's definitely good elements of the game.
Yeah, but there's definitely a lot more in this game. This game's a lot more fun.
No, I don't think there are that many.
All right, well, whatever. I'm dying on this hill. I don't care. I am reinforcing this game into the Game Awards.
I won't say it's a bad game. I know there's gonna be a lot of people who will say, "Oh, this is a great game because how popular it is," and I'm talking crap.
No.
But this is not the best game of the year.
It looks the same, but it's a different.
I know. I feel like it's out of touch to like not at least throw the kids a bone with this one. You know.
Maybe it should be in a different category.
So this is in other categories.
Okay. Yeah.
But it also needs to be up for Game of the Year.
No. I don't think so.
Well, it's too bad. Too bad. This is I'm gonna hack the servers. I'm gonna put this game in there. They're gonna make a Game of the Year. This is what's gonna happen. It's happening.
Okay. Anyway, let's talk about that other controversial category we were talking about before this. Episode.
Oh yeah, the like social impact.
No, the RPG.
Oh, RPG. Yes.
What I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, let me see. I'll scroll down through the nominees here.
Best roleplay. Here it is.
Best roleplaying. There it is. Yeah.
And there's Persona 5, and you don't think it should be in there.
Yeah, I don't think Persona 5 should be in there. Like all these other games, like Revenant, I think that is. Is that Revenant? No, Wasteland. I think that all the other games, like Genshin, I mean, it gets in just barely.
Is Yakuza a role-playing game?
So every Yakuza has like leveling, and it has sort of RPG elements.
I think that should be its own genre almost.
Yeah. Well, it's like a brawler RPG.
Okay.
Like, but I will say this game is so it's called Like a Dragon because the main character really loves Dragon Quest, and he sees combat way differently than the other characters. So while everybody else is like a brawler, like fighting game, not a fighting game, like a you're beating up folks in real time, doing like sort of contextual combo. Like you can pick up a chair and just drop it on somebody if you're near it. You can block attacks and do stuff like that. He sees combat as literally an RPG because he loves Dragon Quest. So this one is actually a role-playing game, and apparently it's really, really good. But yes, I think it qualifies just because it is a turn-based combat system. There's levels, there's party members. You have summons that you contact via cell phone. So yeah, it works.
I don't know. I feel like it should be its own genre, almost.
Okay, no. Look up before we do anything else. Look up Like a Dragon. Look up gameplay of Yakuza.
I know. I've seen it.
It is it is a turn-based combat system.
I played Yakuza's before, so.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean the latest one, not the ones we're talking about. This one is entirely different. This one's an entirely different combat system.
Okay.
It is like a turn-based combat system. It's like Final it's like a Final Fantasy game. It's like Dragon Quest.
Huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
now,
the controversial one that you were talking about is Persona 5 Royal that you don't think should be in there.
Yes, I don't think that should be in there, and that's actually pretty simple. I don't think we'll talk about this for too long.
I disagree, but go ahead. I think it should be here.
So my only thing, and again, I don't think. I think this is pretty cut and dry. We'll either agree on this or we won't.
Mm-hmm.
Persona 5 came out about 3 years ago, right?
Right.
Persona 5 Royal is a remake. Yeah, they added stuff, but a lot of it is the same game. Persona 5 Royal. I don't know if it's a 3. I don't think it deserves it. I don't think it deserves to be on this list just because, yeah, it's a cool game, and I think, honestly, if it was here, if it came out this year, it would 100% deserve to be on here. But the original game came out 3 years ago. This is a remake with some extra goodies. No.
There's entirely... Okay, here's why it should be in here.
It looks the same.
It has entirely enough extra stuff to be a new game. Like, it's double the game the original one was. In terms of gameplay, length, and story elements. So, if there's that much work in it, than the original, I think it should be at least considered.
And yeah, I think this is where we're gonna leave it because I still think it. I don't know. I think that it's kind of a tough one. I feel like you can't double dip on something like this. But that's just my opinion. Like you said, you make a good point that like there is enough content. It might be worth considering because it's just a whole new game.
It is a whole new game because it's not like an expansion pack where it's like a third of the new game or more, one more level, one more blah blah blah. This is like you got more characters, you got more elements, and the gameplay has lengthened considerably. So
I will say, I mean, yeah, I see that point of view, and I think that I would not be upset if it was included on those pretenses, but I still think if I was making the decision, I would probably not include it. And that's it. Like, just because I think that there are other games. Persona 5 had its chance to get it. I think that there are other games that I think that you could have given another RPG that came out this year a chance. And I feel like, I don't know. Like, you could have put an indie RPG up here. And there's none. So, yeah. I think Wasteland 3 might be one, but I don't think so.
I think indie won last year.
For best role playing?
Yeah.
What was it?
I can't remember the name. Go look it up.
Let's look it up. Best role playing game of the year. Oh, I know what it is. Disco Elysium.
Yep.
It's probably Disco Elysium.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. I think it also won Game of the Year just straight up.
Yeah, I think it might have.
Let's see, best role-playing game of the Year award. IGN's 2019 Game of the Year awards. Let's see, Game of the Year. Second, so wait, what's this? Is this IGN? Okay, so Disco Elysium just won. It didn't win Game of the Year, but it won a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So best independent game. Where's role playing? Let's see. Did it win that? Disco Elysium. Yep, it won.
So there goes your indie for last year, at least.
I mean that yeah, but that was last year. But I'd still say that it's hard because I don't know what RPGs came out this year. This might have been their only option, which is fine.
I know Persona 5 Royal was a big hit, and people were not upset about paying for it again.
Yeah, I heard
they
that.
played
I
the
heard that
original, and people repurchased Persona 5 Royal, and they enjoyed it even more.
I will say that I also heard that too. I don't know. I'm not gonna bend on this one. I think that personally, I would probably drop it myself, but I'm not upset about it. I'm like, you could have given another game a chance. Persona 5 has plenty of traction. It does not need to win.
It's not about traction. It's about what is the best role-playing game of this year. Anyway.
Fair. I'd still say, I don't know. I get it, and I'm not upset that it's here. I don't know. I feel like you should have put it.
We'll see how the vote carries out.
Because even if there's more content, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is still reusing assets, ideas, like story elements, story beats from the original game.
A lot of games do that.
A lot of games do that, but this, like, even Final Fantasy Remake, it technically was an original story. Because there was a lot of stuff that happened that didn't happen in the original game. They were creative with it. I don't know. I feel like with Royal, and again, people like it, and I'll probably play it. If I do play Persona 5, I'm going to play that version, obviously. But, I don't know. I feel weird about it. I feel personally weird about it. And that's okay if you're okay with it, or if you think
I think it should be mentioned. It has enough new stuff. Anyway, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
I want to know why you don't like that one.
I didn't play it.
Okay, fair enough. And I didn't either, and I don't want to play it.
I don't even know what's it about. So
yeah, fair.
I can't really more about it. So
yeah, it's kind of bad. Or not? It's not bad. It's not in either of our radars.
Yeah. So I'm surprised it even got nominated because I don't even know what it is.
Oh no, it made a shit ton of money.
It did? Okay.
Yeah, it's made a shit ton of money. I
Let's try
understand.
to cut down the swearing a little bit. A little bit. Okay. Made a lot of money. Like, oh, great. Anyway, let's try to wrap it up.
All right.
We're running pretty late. Thanks for listening, and please subscribe and comment.
Tell us why our opinions are bad.
Yes, you can flame us if you want. That's fine.
Please flame us. Do it. I dare you.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sure we've said some controversial things because we definitely crapped on some games this time.
We did. We really did this time.
So, anyway, talk to you guys next week.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.